Now, I don't know about y'all, but something I've always wondered over the years was why does a lot of OG anime have a habit of completely spoiling the show? Whether if it was from the episode titles, the openings, or the little previews at the end of an episode, they were consistently doing this. And eventually, it really became one of my pet peeves. But y'all, I finally found out why this was even a thing. And this is gonna be a quick one, so let's get into it. So yeah, as I was saying, this was a huge pet peeve for me. Don't get me wrong, spoiling happens today too, but I would argue that back then was a little worse. Well, at least for me personally. Solely because nowadays, spoilers are mainly present through either social media or friends. Like, I'm in a bunch of Facebook anime groups and I follow plenty of Instagram pages, so how I usually go about avoiding spoilers is scrolling super fast past anything I plan on watching. I've actually gotten pretty good with this. Like, I don't know. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but it's kind of like a super skill at this point. But back then, like I said, there was 3 things you had to watch out for. The episode titles, certain OPs, and the ending episode preview for the next. With all of these though, it's way easier to avoid now because you're most likely on a streaming platform, so the skip button is right there. But watching live, I literally had to endure it. But out of the 3, I think the anime titles were the most annoying. At least with the OPs, since I was pretty bad at picking up context clues, it wasn't super clear on which things were a spoiler for real.
Stop the cap.
Maybe I just be liking the openings a little too much to skip them. But I will say newer anime for sure does at least make it less blatant. Nowadays, I feel like you really won't know something was a spoiler until way later on. So I was always fine with the OPs. Same with the previews at the end of an episode, because just change the channel, what the f. But the episode titles were something else, bro. Even if you manage to avoid the episode title from whenever you flip the channel, it's very hard to ignore this.
Battle on the bridge! Zabuza returns!
Like, you'd really be watching the beginning of a show just for Naruto or Luffy to barge in and scream the title at you. I love the OGs, but one thing I do appreciate about newer anime is the use of clever titles, especially ones that can have way more meaning later on, like with Attack on Titan. But anyways, if you were like me and you just weren't a fan of blatant spoilers, I'm just here to put y'all on to why this was even a thing. You know, just in case you were wondering too. So from what I learned, apparently Japan doesn't take the spoiling culture as deep as us. For multiple reasons, but the main one was since they read manga way more over there, they already be knowing what's gonna happen. They really just want to see it animated. And I kinda get it because there's certain manga I've read already, but I still want to see animated. Watching the anime only is more of a thing in the West from what I was seeing. Now I could be wrong, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, with anime becoming more and more popular out this way, they probably took note of how many people don't actually read and just watch over here. And maybe that's why the newer anime doesn't spoil as much as they used to. Because I definitely feel like they chilled out. I barely see direct titles, the openings are not that revealing. Or maybe it was the fact that since anime wasn't as popular as it is now, they needed extra attention grabbers, you know, to keep people tuned in. Regardless of the reason though, I'm just happy it's not a thing like that anymore. No, really imagine some of the most recent plot twists or surprising deaths over the last few years that could have all been affected by an episode title. I feel like it just would have hit different. But hey, I don't know. I definitely want to know what y'all think about this. And I know not everyone minds all the spoilers or whatever, but this was just my experience and I just wanted to put y'all on real quick. But make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'm gonna leave y'all with this.
And I cannot wait to watch this episode. Wait, the remote! Usopp dies! Shanks is evil! Zoro's fucking Robin! Why did they do that?